Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to our playthrough of Hogwarts Legacy. Been waiting to get back to this one. And I don't see why we have to find our common room. We're already in there.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
My family has a gobstones tournament every year. It's a bit chaotic, but loads of fun.
Can I help you?
Okay, Sebastian.
You're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed. And how did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
It's hard to
Didn't
explain.
mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
It was nice meeting you, Sebastian. I'll let you get back to your book.
Nice meeting you too. Good luck today.
Later, Sebastian. Got a lot of people to talk to, not a lot of time to do it.
Might want to think that again. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Checkmate.
Told you.
That's how it happens. Every time.
You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you and Fig. I could have
quite the
lured
drama
that dragon
queen.
away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
We'll see.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Okay, later.
Goodbye, Imelda.
You
Nice meeting you.
go ride your broom. I'm gonna go talk to Ominous.
I really hope we get to see, or at least hear one today. I think I heard one.
What are you
Doubt
listening for?
mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I do like to make
Well,
an entrance.
If I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Thank
Wonderful
you,
meeting
Ominous.
you, Ominous.
Very
Thank you
nice
for
to meet you.
Pleasure is all
kind
mine.
words.
Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Keep talking. A book.
Here you are.
And you're letting all the pages out. Perfectly fine. Perfectly smart.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Then let's put it to the test.
This way. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Fascinating.
Do keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio on that
Revelio.
and see what details the field guide can provide?
Alright, we got that. Now,
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
because these suckers are everywhere.
Revelio.
But not here. Oh,
Lumos.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
sounds easy enough.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Flying book.
Always something happening here.
Ooh.
It's the heart of the hive.
Damn.
Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Works
Thank
for
you,
me.
Professor
Thank
Weasley.
you, Professor.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We
Actress,
did
Miss
take a
Weasley.
bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
I am quite gifted.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Sounds good to me.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable
I still
as
hate
you
lying
are,
to Miss Weasley.
I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Charms first.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Well, I don't know about him, but I just want to go do some classes. Charmed compass. I like that. That's nice. It's a lot easier than having to look at the map.
Revelio.
Lumos.
I don't know where that is. Alright, Charms class. Shame it's not Professor Flitwick.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello,
Mighty
I am Letty.
kind.
So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
I have not. I suppose I
Shall
have
we
now.
begin? Welcome to year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only
Sounds
one
fun to
book
me.
will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
I love that, how you have to
Accio.
move the wand. It's wonderful.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that.
I only did it
As you all
once.
seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Well, this should be fun then, I guess. Probably training for Accio.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Alright, should be fun. Out of my way, sir. Please, thank you.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres. Splendid! Now, think of this excellent control there. That's it!
No, my perfection.
Very good! Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, seems fine.
Let us see this.
Can I aim? Is that aiming?
Phew.
It is good. Okay.
Accio.
Ooh, please no, please no, please no.
Splendid!
Watch this.
Safety. Don't you do that.
Yes!
I'm gonna push you off this pedestal.
Nicely done. Here we go.
See, pull it right here.
There we go.
Accio.
Come on, 150. Yes, and that's how you win.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Yeah, I'm pretty great.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
So we're gonna do this again.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
But I won.
That is how it's done.
Accio!
Oh god, I held it too long, I lost.
Watch this. Yes!
Accio!
Very good.
Maybe I can win if she gets another 30. But if she gets a 50, it's over. I'm not winning. Okay, so you're saying there's a chance.
Accio!
Quite impressive.
Oh, thank God. Ooh, that was too close.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
That's all the praise I get. I just beat the best student in class, and that's it.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice
been
meeting
nice
you.
talking and competing with you.
And with you. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting.
Hopefully he has some
Until next
assignments.
Of course.
A word,
can use
if you
Accio
would.
on humans. If
You
so
wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late.
Are you saying that's why I won?
Now, Professor
It probably
Weasley has
was.
asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Is any idea how this kid has any spare time?
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Oh, I'm not tracking it. That's why. Let's go to that one first. Jeez, you got some speed.
Revelio.
Oh. I'll find that one later. Kitty. So, all of this is beautiful, but I just don't understand. What don't I understand, you ask? Don't worry about that. That will come That will come in time. Because we will get to a point where... Gimme. Yeah, I knew you were here too. Gimme, gimme.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before.
I think you're
If I
perfectly
know
fine.
Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Well, it
Do
would
come
help
and
if you
find
did
me if
this.
stumble on something illuminating.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
It is, in fact.
Let's get you
Oh,
back
there
to
we
your
go.
frame, little moth.
My great aunt.
And place it.
Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Just disappears. Into nothing.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I'm not going to be a butt just yet.
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack
you
for
were
solving riddles.
desperately close.
Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Okay, now I don't think there's any more... Okay, well, fine. I'll go do this. Shouldn't take too long.
Oh dear.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way.
Oh, no, she
I
most
collect
definitely
the
will not
books
see
and
it that
remove
way.
the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meat told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Well, I'll be back in a flash. Shouldn't take too long to collect some books, right?
I'm going to have to use Akit. Got it. Only 4 more to go. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her. Accio!
Come here, book.
Revelio.
Bone slang skin, lace wing flies.
What are you up to now?
The only little frenzy brewing poetry potion. No, I'm not.
Accio! Accio! Revelio.
Yep, there you are. I knew you were close by.
Accio! That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Revelio!
Well, now that we got that done, we can get back to... I forget her name. And then we can carry on about the main quest. Cool. Let me see. Of course, we're not a high enough level. That's just perfect. So early. We're starting strong. Starting real strong, real soon.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books,
Cressida?
including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Remember when I said we're not going to be mean this early? We're going to be a little mean. I need some money.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
Slytherin,
And
perhaps
you're
I'm
not who
not.
I thought you to be. Based upon your diary, you seem terribly judgmental.
Fine. I shall pay you. But you cannot begin to imagine what I shall be writing about you next.
That's fine. I don't really care what you write about me.
Trusted them.
Yeah, I understand. It's the downfall of us all. We trust people we shouldn't. God, that thing has some speed. Come on. Thank you.
Lumos.
And defense against the dark arts. Let's do this. Start a new spell.
Stupefy! Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Yeah. Bombard!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it.
I always wondered where
You may
that
be
giant
asking
skeleton
yourself how
came
an old
from.
woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Sounds good to me.
Levioso!
This is just basically Wingardium Leviosa.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Wonderful. I'm first. I would love to. I'll show off my talent a little bit.
Let us
if you will.
begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember,
Levioso!
it's good. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Levioso!
Oh, okay. I had to wait for him to
Very
hit the ground.
good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Aw. Well, I can make that work.
Levioso!
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Protego! Stupid fighter.
Case things.
Levioso!
Class, I hope you were paying attention. That is how you cast Levioso.
Dang right. Get off my table.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I wonder why his green is darker than
I
mine.
put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Wonderful. Can't wait to learn the next defense against the dark arts. spell.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class...
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand.
Oh, you know,
Then
I
again,
have some,
perhaps this wasn't your
skills.
first duel.
Have I used my wand in combat? Yes, I did.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Sounds intriguing.
Exclusive
I'm in.
and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you,
Sounds
Sebastian.
good to me.
I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Oh, I'm interested.
Till next time.
I will never get over how fast that damn page is. It just books it. It goes. It doesn't care to stop.
Revelio.
Great peeves.
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you Praxia mole? As long as we're only one time per week, I can plunge the boys' lavatory, not for the week.
That doesn't sound right.
Revelio.
Come on, man. I hate these loading doors.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Okay, I'll give him a
help
chat.
you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Let's do this.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Ringo!
Expulso!
Protego! Stupefy! Levioso!
Act like a winner!
Accio! Levioso!
Ringo!
There goes my way. Levioso!
Give him what for!
Accio! Levioso! Come on!
Expulso!
Protego! Stupefy! Pity
It's
more people
like
can't watch the
butter.
duels.
I have to turn up the difficulty.
Nice work.
Or maybe I'm
Sebastian
being
wasn't
cocky
wrong about
again.
you. There's strong competition ahead, but
It is
keep
on
this
record
up
that I
and
am
you could be
cocky.
the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again,
That's it.
congratulations on your first crossed ones victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Alright, let's make our way over here. Just a short walk. Ooh, page.
Revelio!
Yeah, you looked like you had a page.
Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl said in 1420.
Of course, Mrs. Weasley would teach Transfiguration. Anyway, episode's getting a little bit long, so we're going to go ahead and call it right here. Thank you for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe. Subscribe so that you can join us on the next episode. And yeah, then we'll be here, and you can watch. Bye-bye.